All right, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at P&S Products Pearl Auto Shampoo Concentrate. Man, you guys know that I'm a huge fan of the P&S products. I have almost all of them. Bead Maker, Brake Buster, Express Interior Cleaner. When I saw this car shampoo, I thought to myself, man, I got to try that out. I know it's going to be good. And spoiler alert, it is pretty good. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, it worked out awesome. But let's talk about what the product claims it'll do, and then we'll put it to the test. First, it says highly dilutable. Now it's got some great dilution ratios, and we're going to use it in multiple different ways, and I'll show all those dilution ratios to you. What it claims it'll do is we can put it in a normal 2-bucket wash system. We can do a foam cannon use, and this can also be used as a rinseless car wash. So I'll discuss all those, I'll show them to you, and I'll add in the dilution ratios so that you can get it right. All right, foam cannon ready. Today we're going to be using the MTM PF 22.2. That's because I got the new bottle, and man, that thing is awesome. It's very sturdy on the table. It's not going to flip over like the old one, but I got a new use for the old one that I'm going to share with you in a future video. All right, so we're going to put it through the foam cannon and test that out for sure. Safe on all finishes. Now this is a pH of about 8.4, which makes it slightly alkaline. It's going to do some really good cleaning, and also it's going to be safe on all the finishes. So that's ceramic coats, paint sealants, waxes, whatever you have on the car, they say it is not going to mess with it at all. And so far using it this week, I haven't seen it take away any sealants whatsoever. That's a good thing. Mild on the hands. Now, I did use this all week with no gloves, and I have to say that my hands feel great, but I always recommend wearing gloves, so this isn't a big deal, but don't expect it to like condition your hands like hand cream or something. It's not that, but it's not a harsh chemical that's going to be ripping the oils out of your skin, which is good. And also, let's go ahead and check out the smell. Man, P&S is famous for having good smelling stuff, but it's always hard to tell exactly what it smells like. You know what? After I did some spray foaming, I realized this smells like lemon icing for a lemon cake. Man, if you like lemon cake, you're gonna love this, because when you spray it on the car, the whole entire area smells like lemon cake. So that's kind of cool. So lemon cake smell, mild on the hands. All right, so we're gonna start off today. We're going to need several products for all of our testing. So always have a measuring cup if you're trying to be frugal with the product. A lot of times I'll just eyeball it. It's not that important. But if you want to be frugal and get the most out of your product, having a nice little measuring cup's cool. I choose this silicone one because when I'm done pouring it in there, I can squeeze it and kind of don't need a funnel. But otherwise, if I'm just eyeballing it, I just use my funnel and dump it in there. So we'll start out by using the foam cannon. I already talked about the PF 22.2. We're also going to do a rinseless wash, which I'm going to use my rinseless microfiber towels. And we're going to, with the 2-bucket method that we're going to do, I'm going to use my normal microfiber mitt. When we're done with all these, you'll see me drying it with my normal drying towel. And man, never leave home without your bead maker, guys. I'm going to be using this as my drying aid. So that'll be the products I'm using today, and there'll be links in the description for all these if you want to check them out. But without any further delay, let's get out there and get spray foaming. But first, let's mix some up and get moving. Here we go. Yeah! All right, for the foam cannon, we're looking at about a 5-to-1 dilution ratio. That's 1 ounce of product for every 5 ounces of water. Now we'll put 3 ounces in here. This will get us a good amount to fill this MTM PF 22.2 halfway up. We'll use the scale on the bottle to fill the bottle halfway up with water. Now it's time to fire up the pressure washer and get that foam spraying. So as soon as I started spraying it, I realized it's just not putting that ultra thick foam that we're used to seeing out of a foam cannon. But what it does do that's amazing is it's putting a very nice coating on, and it's just running down the panel, dragging all the dirt off the paint with it. I gotta say, this is a different approach than I'm used to, but I really like it. So here I sped it up a little bit so you can see that foam just sheeting off the paint. One of my favorite thing about P&S products is they don't leave any residue behind, and I'll tell you what, this car shampoo is no exception. As I'm spraying the panel, the soap is just melting right away. And I'll tell you what, for just doing a touchless foam cannon spray, this panel looks amazing. This truck was filthy. Alright, so let's move on to your typical 2-bucket wash. This is going to be 1 ounce per gallon. I'm going to use about 4 gallons of water, so 4 ounces of product. Always pre-fill your bucket a little bit before you dump your soap in. That way you're not dumping the soap into a dry bucket. Now this car soap is very thin, which is nice. It pours easy, it dissolves into the water easy, and I'll tell you what, all around it just makes working with it pretty easy. Some of these other soaps can be really thick. And I gotta say, it's putting off some nice suds also. Alright, so now that we got a mitt full of suds, it's time to put it on the paint and see how it works. And, of course, here we go again. It's working great. I'll tell you what though, I don't review products that I don't think are going to be great. I'm not into bringing, marginal products into my shop and just beating them up. So I already knew this was going to be awesome. And look at these suds just rolling down the paint. I got to say, it's cleaning the panel unbelievable. So I don't like to make a claim unless I've tested it over and over again. And I got to say, man, this soap is just spraying off the panel super easy with no residue. And this truck is unprotected, so there's no sealant, nothing on it. So it's just absolutely working great. And since there's no protection on the truck, we're going to go ahead and hit it with some bead maker. Just can't go wrong. I mean, I almost refuse to dry a vehicle with a towel without it spraying a bead maker on first. I would like to use my new leaf blower, but since there's nothing on here, it just wouldn't work very well. And wow, I gotta say, this unprotected dirt bike truck just is looking amazing underneath. It really cleaned it nice. Alright, now it's time to try out that third use, the no rinse. For no rinse, the dilution ratio is going to be about a 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce per 2 gallons of water. So based on the water quality in your area, you might end up with some suds if you go up to 1 ounce. So if you do, drop it down to a 1/2 ounce. We don't really want suds with this process. We just want all the lubrication from the product. So as we pull the microfiber out of the bucket, we just want to get all the excess off and leave it dripping though. I like to fold the microfiber towel into 4 sections. This will give us 8 opportunities to wipe the paint with a clean surface. I do a full rinseless wash tutorial in another video. I'll leave a link up above and down in the description. So as I'm wiping this, I'm realizing, man, it's got a really high level of lubricity and it's sliding nicely. We don't want a lot of suds during this, so the fact that there's no suds on the car is a good thing. Next, we'll hit it with the bead maker. Wipe it with the microfiber drying towel. And I have to say, wow, it's really slick and coming out nice. All right, so I gotta say, man, I'm impressed. P&S Products did it again. Man, it worked awesome. All the claims, highly dilutable. Man, this is gonna last a long time. I've been using it a lot and I barely put a dent in it. Man, for the weekend warrior or even the detailing professional, this is gonna get you through and it's gonna be a good bang for the buck, man. I'm stoked about that. Foam cannon ready. It come off really good out of the foam cannon. I gotta say, if you like real thick shaving cream like foam, the Adams car shampoo is gonna give you a much thicker foam. It's gonna cling to the paint. But what I liked about this, and I hadn't considered it prior to using this product, this goes on really thin. It does a real nice coating and then it rolls down the paint, dragging all the dirt off with it. I have to say, it's a little different angle on spray foam, but man, it's really effective. So I like it a lot. So I'm really stoked on that. Safe on all finishes. I gotta say, man, the truck has not been polished. It hasn't been decontaminated, nothing. I just take it dirt biking, mountain biking. It's filthy. The paint's not in good condition on it. Man, it ripped that door down. It looks great. It looks shiny. It looks really good. And it's got a real good slick finish. So between the Pearl Auto Shampoo, a quick shot of bead maker, man, it brought that truck back to looking awesome. So I gotta say, that's great. on safe on all finishes. Mild on the hands. I always recommend, guys, whenever you're doing detailing, wear the gloves. It's worth it. So we don't want these harsh chemicals getting in our skin. But I took one for the team, didn't use gloves, and I'll tell you what, my hands feel great. So that's good too. So I gotta say, I haven't come across a PNS product yet that wasn't really good. You know, I'm gonna keep my eyes open and keep trying out their stuff. This is definitely gonna make it into my detailing arsenal. If I want the thick foam, I'm going with Adams. If I want the thin foam that's gonna get all the dirt off the car, I'm going with this PNS Pearl Auto Shampoo. And also, one more thing. Using it as a rinseless. Now, I say that this works best as a rinseless if the car is pretty clean and you don't have a lot of dirt to tackle, because this is still a shampoo. This is not the polymer base that the Optimum No Rinse is. So this is specifically designed for no rinsing, but this product kind of fits the bill more of a 3-in-1. So we get the foam cannon, we get the 2-bucket method, and we can use it as a no rinse very safely. But still, if you plan on doing no rinsing on a routine basis, then I would get a no rinse specific product. But this will do it, and it'll do it really well. All right, so guys, I appreciate you coming by. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that button down below. Join the team. Every time I look at the site and I think to myself, man, it's growing, it makes me want to get out and do more cool videos, and I appreciate you guys doing it. Also, likes, comments. You guys have any questions about the products, the techniques, anything about my garage, anything about anything, just let me know and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. All right, so we appreciate you coming by, and we'll see you on the next one. Yeah, yeah.